Okay, so this is the video for how to antique copper shades. And we have 3 types of shades. This is the 8-inch, then we have 10s and 12s, but we're just going to work with the 8-inch now. So the first thing you have to do is clean the shade, get off any variations in the shade, any residue or dirt that can be left. What you're going to need to do this is a synthetic steel wool, a sponge, and Barkeeper's Friend. I recommend using this gel form versus the spray form. This tends to clean more consistently and a little bit deeper. So, and you will also need just a regular towel. You can use paper towels if you like, but tend to burn through them quickly. So I usually just get the shade wet. You can put the Barkeeper's Friend on your wool or directly on the shade, it doesn't matter. Make sure you get in the brim. You don't want to push down incredibly hard, just enough to clean off any residue. You want to make sure that you're not putting any scratches or anything like that in the copper. So just, you know, medium to light scrub. And then the outside is the most critical part. You do want to kind of go through and clean up any noticeable spots on the inside. We're not going to be antiquing the inside, so the outside is more critical, but just make it so it looks kind of nice. We're going to go through it again. Cleaning is actually a really critical part. How well you clean it will determine how well the finished product comes out a lot of time. Any variation in the shade at all will show through when we antique it, so don't skimp on this process at all. When it comes to batching this, I've found that since we don't have the cleanest air quality in the workplace, I usually, the most I'll clean all at once is 5. If you do any more than that, they tend to be sitting around and then dust from the brass and other people working gets on them and it shows through. So don't try to clean too many at once. I usually have had better results with just doing 2 at a time. You can get away with 4 or 5 as well. But sometimes the 5th one is a little blotchy, that kind of thing. So you just want to wipe it with this sponge and kind of go through. You want to make sure, use the yellow side, not the Scotch-Brite side. And I just hit it with the Scotch-Brite, but you can use the Scotch-Brite if you have like something really, hard to get off on it, but it will cause scratches. Make sure you get this inside the brim here. Alright, go ahead and rinse the shade. I go through, make sure there aren't any spots, inconsistencies, anything like that. If you find anything, you'll want to hit it with the wool again and make sure those are scraped off, but we actually look good on this one. Yeah, and again, you cannot over clean, so just make sure you have it really well. This step, it's a good idea to actually wash off your gloves because you're going to keep the same gloves on throughout the antiquing process. So you don't want Barkeeper's Friend on them for the next step. Make sure you get everything out of the brim. that looks good. I usually initially smack it on my hand, try to get some of that water that's stuck in the lip there. Then you're just going to wipe it with your towel. And in this stage, I usually put the towel in my hand and just smack it again. Make sure you can get any lingering water. You can also do this on the table surface. I usually, when I get to the antiquing area, I'll smack it on the table. All right, so we're done with the cleaning. Next, we'll antique it.